Hey there, Justin from U-joint Offroad in Colorado here. Sending a real special home one today. This is a 98 5.4 E-150 conversion van. So this van actually belonged to the owner's dad since it was brand new. And a couple of years ago, his dad passed and he lost track of the van for some time. And he'd been wanting to do a U-joint build for a long time. And he actually stumbled across the van and convinced the owner at that time into selling it to him, and then contacted us, and here we are. So he had this thing painted before it came up here. It looks really nice. It used to be kind of like a reddish color with cool 90s conversion van graphics down the side. Try and throw in a little before and after pic. But yeah, we did all the usual stuff. So started off with a standard 6-inch 4-wheel drive conversion. So really good, thorough cleanup and repaint on the frame on this one. It was in pretty rough shape. This one's high miles. He had a new motor put in it before it came up here and everything. So it's all back into fighting shape again. So single Fox 2.0s, custom spec Alcan springs. Got a stage 2 front axle, 488 gears. We really like 488 gears with the 5.4s. Just makes them feel a little bit peppier, gets them a lot of their power back. A little bit of a penalty to pay with higher RPM on the highway, but it's really not that bad compared to 456s. So standard stuff, Detroit True Track. Out on the ends, we did standard unit bearings, mile marker hubs, stock truck brakes with EBC yellow stuff patent rotor upgrade. Then we did a Method 305, 17 by 8.5. And then we did 35, 12, 50, 17 Falcon Wild Peak RT01s. There's a lot of people doing these new RT tires now, and they're all really cool. I like them a lot. So up front, got a loaded up FB003 front bumper. So Warren VR12S winch. Got our U-joint branded Agency 6 Fairlead, Factory 55 Pro Link. Got the Warren Epic shackles, and our same 3 rigid lights we always do. Anderson plugs wired up. This one does have our OBA as well. Got our favorite blacked out Vantage headlights. And then, of course, we did the Bushwhacker fender flares. And the full length U-joint side steps. So this one being older, being a 98, this one's actually got a 4R100 behind the 5.4. So that came out and got a full rebuild and upgrade to 4-wheel drive. Got an NV271 transfer case. And of course our transmission cross member there. You can see the shortened fuel tank. And our OBA mount up underneath here. We had to mount the tank in the back because this one's got aftermarket rear air conditioning in it, which was in the way of where we usually put the tank. See the exhaust reroute over there also. So early 150s have a few things that are different about them versus 250s and 350s. One of them is that they have this little 5-lug axle in the back. So obviously we got to swap that out. So this one got a semi-float 60 swapped into it with, of course, matching 488 gears and an aux locker. And then we did new EBC pads and rotors and new calipers and everything as well while we were there. The other thing that 150s have different is they have these oddball body mounts on them, which are super, super prone to failure. I actually had to do this same thing on mine. That's how I knew what to do. Yeah, the 150s, they have this crappy little mount that just breaks at the drop of a hat. And when this thing came in, the body was actually sitting on the frame and just banging off of it. So we do have a way we can adapt the 350 mounts to it. It's a little difficult, but yeah, you got to lift the whole body up off the frame. So that was a fun one. Of course, there's the rear OBA tank mount. This thing didn't have a trailer hitch on it. He wants to tow just like a little tiny trailer with it, so we got a hitch for him. And then we got a rear bumper on there, full-size spare, and then we flushed a trailer plug into it there. And we got your rear OBA port down there. And the Pelican box, we got the lip and shelf, which as far as I'm concerned is basically a requirement. Unless you've got something else you want to do inside here, the lip and shelf is basically a requirement on these things. So super cool van. We really can't wait to give it back to this guy. He's been waiting a long time for this. And this is a special build. So sitting up a little high in the back, he's got a full build out for the interior planned, so it's empty inside. So we overspec the springs for planning for additional weight. So if you got any questions for me, inquiring about a build here in Colorado, you can email me at justin@U-jointoffroad.com. If you're inquiring about a DIY kit or install in North Carolina, please email Chris@U-jointoffroad.com. Thank you.